I didn't know what was going to happen. I was ready for either or. Right? If it happened, if it didn't happen, I was prepared for both. But I did always think, if it did happen, I'll be playing, with Steph, Clay, Draymond, getting coached by Steve Kerr. So I was excited, if it did happen. And if it didn't happen, then my journey just would have stayed in Minnesota, for that for that year.
Andrew, you've talked about how much pride you take in defending opponents' best players. What makes Jason Tatum a difficult and unique matchup for you?
He can score all three levels. One of the best scorers in the league. And, their team, even him, they're hungry, and, they play hard, and he's very skilled. So it'll be a challenge.
Andrew, as you've gone through this deep playoff experience, what have you found yourself savoring the most?
Man, just living in the moment. Just taking it all in. Winning. How every team is different. Every game is a different task. Every opponent's a different task. Different style of basketball. But, just winning, with this team, with these guys has been, the most important thing.
Draymond was saying that he never turns this off. Like in his mind, he is always, playoffs. What's your style as far as when you're off the clock? Are you still obsessed with hoop, or do you find a way to put things in different compartments?
Definitely still obsessed. It no matter what you do in your life right now, or my life, like, it's basketball. Your world revolves around basketball, and that's something I enjoy.
I'm curious. We talk a lot about there are a lot of young guys on this team experiencing the playoffs for the first time, and Jordan was saying for the past 3 years he's been asking Draymond and other players questions. But I'm curious for you. You are a veteran player, but you have experienced a lot of firsts this season. Do you ask a lot of questions too, or at a certain point do questions kind of fade off and you just learn through going through it?
I mean, if I don't know something, I'll ask. But I feel like I'm pretty, I'm easy flowing and kind of just learning as I'm going, experiencing it and taking it all in.
Andrew, obviously it's a lifelong goal of yours to be in the NBA Finals, and you're almost here. How have you found it? Is it easy to sleep at night? Are you anxious? Are you ready to get to game one? Like, where are you at as far as excitement level a couple days out?
I'm very excited. Every moment, I'm awake, I think about it. It's the highest level, and the whole world's gonna be watching. And we have a chance to do something very special here, so I'm excited.
Andrew, I imagine you guys are already hard at work, studying the film on Boston. I know it's early in the week. What stood out to you so far?
It's gonna be tough. They're a good team, really good team. Most importantly, they play both sides of the ball. They're good offensively and defensively, so it'll be tough.
What are your just early thoughts on their bench units, like the Peyton Pritchards, those guys, Grant Williams?
They got a lot of guys that help the team go. Could help the team in a lot of different ways. So we just gotta be ready.
In Memphis series, you get Ja. Dallas, obviously, you get Luka. Kerr just said it. You're going to probably get Tatum or some version, but you likely. Do you even have to wait for that, or do you pretty much know I'm going to get that guy every single time?
I know. I feel like it comes with it. I love playing defense. I think I'm good at it. And I love taking on the challenge. Tatum, Brown, they're the best offensive players on Boston. So it's something I look forward to. Those are really, really great players, skilled, can really score the ball. So I just love taking on the challenge.
You say you love playing. How much better are you defensively now than you were in Minnesota?
I feel like I was still, I don't know what the numbers say, but I feel like I was still good defensively in Minnesota. I still guarded the best player, every night. I just feel like I'm around. There was a year in Minnesota when we had Jimmy, we had Teague, everybody, and I feel like we were a lot better defensively. That was probably the best defensive team I've been on when I was in Minnesota. But other than that, you know, just being here, being around, you know, Draymond and, you know, other people like, you know, Clay and, you know, Mike Brown, that maybe helped me understand the smaller parts of it.
Andrew, you mentioned at some point during the Mavs series that your focus first was to really lock in defensively and to shut down Luka Doncic and then to do what you can do on the offensive end of the floor. Is that kind of the similar mindset or a similar approach you plan on taking in Boston? Is that kind of always your approach to focus on defense first?
You know, because that's, you know, offense is going to come, you know, some days, some games you're going to hit shots, some games you're not. But defense is something you can always control. You know, how hard you work on defense, if you're doing the right things, you're in the right positions. So that's something that won't change.
Thank you. Appreciate this.